Also, I just kind of feel like I'm beating myself up. And I'm saying, like, no, I don't even know what I'm saying 9 times out of 10. Hey guys, Andrea here, back with another video. Today I am going to be testing out the Silly Sponge. It's not actually the Silly Sponge, but it's something similar. And the other day when I was just like scrolling through my Facebook feed, I saw this pop up and it was like, click here for coupon code, get your Silly Sponge for $5. So I mean, like, $5, why the heck not? So I did go ahead and get this on Amazon. I will link the one that I got down below. I opened it for the first time today. I just took it out of the packaging. If you want to see how this works, then go ahead and just keep on watching. So I did already apply some of the Laura Geller Spackle Hydrating Primer. I know I like this. I know it works well with my skin, and my skin is feeling super dry. We went from like 1 degree to 50 degrees literally overnight. Let's go ahead and give this a try. I'm going to use it with my It Cosmetics CC Plus. I know that I like this. I know that it offers me a decent amount of coverage, and it's a thicker consistency, which I feel like might work well with something like this. So on the tips and tricks thing, it did say to just pump it onto the back of your hand. So pump on the back of my hand. Sometimes I have to use 2 pumps with this. And then spread it onto your face. And then stipple it out with tapping motions and a circular pattern. So let's try it. Oh, that feels so weird. So the benefit of something like this is supposed to be so that you don't waste any product, like you don't need, because it's not soaking into your brush or your sponge, and then also very easy to wash because you just use soap and water. So there it is, kind of blended out on my forehead. I want to go over it maybe like one more time. I suppose maybe I could go over this with like a sponge at the very end, and then I wouldn't really be soaking up much product. So the only thing I'm like concerned about is kind of these nooks and crannies, like getting in around the nose and the eyes and things like that. And then the only other thing like I don't like so far is this little like lip on the edge. I feel like that's like scraping the product and then it's getting caught in there and I have to like keep rubbing it out. I'm wondering if I didn't actually use too much product. So I'm gonna like wipe it off on my hand and see. So like I put quite a bit more product, like wiped a lot of it off onto my hand. And we'll see how that blends out. It's definitely taking me longer to blend it out. I mean, I think it's offering me a really good amount of coverage, but just like looking close up to my skin, I feel like there's a lot of product on there and it's kind of caking up a little bit. So again, I wonder if I didn't use too much product. I should have thought of that because that's kind of what this is designed for. But I'm just going to go ahead and rub maybe some of it off and see if I can't get it to look a little bit more blended. Alright, so I think that's about as blended as I'm going to get it. You can see where it definitely looks like it's laying on the skin more so than like blending into the skin. So I am going to go ahead and just pop over it quick with a beauty blender just to see if maybe I can get some of that excess product off. I think the problem is just that I used too much product. Overall, I think it offered a pretty great finish. I'm going to go ahead and pop in with some of the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer. This bottle, do I even have enough in there? See how it deals with concealer. Mostly I'm worried about like the very inner corner of the eye and places like that. So I'm going to take a lesson out of my own playbook there and take some of this off and try to spread it out a little bit more because I have a feeling that less really is more. Let's see how that blends out. I have a feeling it's not going to work so well around my eyes. I do have a feeling that I probably put too much around my eyes. I'm just used to caking that on. It actually blended out quite quickly and pretty nicely. My chin always needs a lot more coverage. That's where I tend to break out, especially on this side of my jaw. I just feel like it sits on this, and that's the problem. Like, you get so much product built up on this that it can't possibly blend it into your skin. It just kind of like pushes it around. So if I wipe that off on a rag, let's see if that helps at all. Yeah, I think that helped. It's still not offering me incredible coverage on this guy right here, but he's going to be a pain in my butt for a while, so whatever. So I did just wipe it off again, and then I'm going to kind of bend it a little bit so that it's a little bit flatter and smaller. Again, I think I just maybe used too much, so maybe next time what I would do is take any excess off of underneath my eyes and use it on my chin area instead of going in and getting more product. Like, getting it on my nose and stuff, I give up. Now, that being said, like, I do think that I would use a lot less product with this sponge, and I do think that maybe like for the initial and then just going out over it with a beauty blender isn't a bad idea. Maybe that is like the trick of the trade, you know what I mean? Like, kind of use both of them and still save yourself some product, but still get the finish you want with a beauty blender. Because I do think that that covered pretty well. And I definitely didn't use that much product. I really do like the way that it covered my skin. Like, this guy right here, like I said, he's going to be a pain in my rear for a while. I will always just go in with like a powder concealer, powder foundation, and spot treat, something like that anyway. So I'm not too worried about him. But I do really think that it offers a lot of coverage. I used a lot less product, and overall I'm relatively happy with the results. So, I mean, I'm not going to complain about it. I think it looks good. I think it feels pretty good. I do think that this really helped kind of smooth everything out. But that being said, there's definitely a lot less product on this beauty blender than there would be on a typical day where I'm going in on my hand and bouncing it in, or putting it on my face and bouncing it in. So I think that this is definitely an awesome product that I want to keep playing around with. I don't know if I would switch my entire routine over to just using this guy. I still think I would probably want to go into something like this to really get those nooks and crannies and make sure that there's nothing caked up in there. So if you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Comment down below with anything else you want to see. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and feel free to follow me on Instagram and Twitter, where I sometimes post things. So anyway, that's basically it. Thank you so much for watching and joining me, and I will see you again soon.